Hi Year 12, welcome to this video looking at great circle distance. So what we'll be doing is we will be trying to find the distance between two cities. These two cities need to be on the same longitude or on the same latitude. In order to do that, we need to use the arc length of a circle formula, which is just here, so theta over 360 degrees times 2 pi r. Now, when we're looking at the Earth, the radius of the Earth is approximately 6,400 kilometers. So whenever we're doing questions like this, R will be 6,400 kilometers. Okay, let's get straight into some examples. Okay, in the diagram on the right, we have points A and B, so two cities on the equator, for example, and they have an angle distance of 63 degrees. So we need to calculate the great circle distance between A and B. So they want to know what's this distance across from A to B on the outside on the Earth to the nearest kilometre using the radius of 6,400 kilometres. First thing whenever we're doing these sorts of questions is to write out the formula just so that it starts to stick in our brain. After that, we can then substitute in our numbers. So you replace theta with 63 and the radius with 6,400, and if you plug that into your calculator, you should get 7,037 kilometers. Okay, next example. Beijing in China and Perth in Australia have coordinates of 40 degrees north and 116 degrees east and 32 degrees south and 116 degrees east. Now this one here is China, and then the other one here, if I can get that to work, is Perth. So whichever one's mentioned first, obviously. Okay, so what great circle joins Beijing and Perth? Well, we can see here on the latitudes, they're on different latitudes, so they're not the same, but the two longitudes are the same. Whenever we're practicing from now on, we should be practicing for exams, and it's really important to write these in a sentence. So the great circle joining Beijing and Perth is the 116 degrees east meridian of longitude. I think I spelled both of those wrong. Oh, not Marinade. Okay, so the great circle joining Beijing and Perth is 116 degrees east meridian of longitude. And that's what you need to say in your solution. Okay, question B. What is the angular distance between these two cities? Now, China is in the northern hemisphere and Perth is in the southern hemisphere. We can see by the north and south here. Now, these are in different hemispheres, so we need to add the 2 degrees together. So we need to do 40 plus 32, which gives us a total of 72 degrees. So there's 72 degrees difference between the two in terms of their latitude. Last question. Calculate the shortest distance between Beijing and Perth to the nearest kilometre. So if we've got Beijing up here, we've got Perth down here. They want to know what's that distance between the two. Now, we'll be slightly curved, so we need to use our arc formula, which I've written down here. What we need to do is replace the theta with 72 degrees, which we used in our formula before, and then we need to times that by 2 times our pi times 6,400. And if we plug that into our calculator, we should get approximately, or we should get 8,042.477, which we will round up to 8,442 kilometres. Make sure you put your measurements in there. Okay, last part. In class tomorrow, so it should be Thursday I think, I want you to work through exercise 902 on page 393 and have a go at questions 1 to 4 and as well as 7. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you post them and I'll try and help you out. Also, if it comes up that one question in particular we're having a lot of problems with, I might do a little YouTube clip if I've got time this week. Alright guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.